How's it going, everybody? David Hedge here, House Hedge Gaming, and today we are looking at a game that's a little sweet, a little spicy, and it's adorable with kittens. Let's take a look at the trick-taking game, Sweet and Spicy, from Heidelberg Games. Now, in Sweet and Spicy, you are kittens that are very hungry, but unfortunately the only things that are left to eat is pepper, lemons, and chilies. Now, the way the game works is as follows. Each player will be dealt 6 cards, or if you want to go with a little bit of a different variant, you can deal 5 cards, and each player will get a wild card that'll be in their hand, which is a very powerful card, and we'll go over that in just a little bit. Now, once each player has their 6 cards in their hand, you will then set up the end of turn or end the game marker here, which is this card. You will place it in the deck, and you'll stand this card up against the deck, and wherever this line is, due to the number of players, that's where you want to put the end game card at. You will then have 3 trophies that players will be able to gather once they empty out their hand of cards. Now, the way they do that is as follows. During gameplay, each player will be starting a stack at the beginning of the turn. Now, the starting stack could be a 1, 2, or 3 of a spice. So, for example, again, you have chilies, you have lemons, and you have peppers. So, for example, I'm going to start this one off with a 2 of chili, and it'll be played face down. Nobody will see what's going on. Now, the next player can go ahead and play their next card, but it must be the same suit, or they must say it's the same suit, and it must be a number higher than the number that was already claimed. So let's say, for example, this one's going to be 4 chili. This one here might be a little bit adventurous and go 10 of chili. Now, if a 10's been declared, then a 1, 2, or 3 must be called next, which is perfectly fine. That's definitely going to happen. Now, the next player, or any player, if they suspect this is not a 10 or a chili, then they can put their paw on top of the stack and go, the suit is wrong, the spice is wrong, or the number is wrong. So let's say, for example, I'm going to go, the spice is wrong. Now, this will be revealed, and, well, I was wrong. The challenge winner, which in this case be this player here, since they were right, it was a chili, they will get these cards in front of them and score these at the end of the game. The losing challenge player will have to draw 2 cards and put them in their hand, which make it a little bit harder for them to try and get cards out of their hand first to try and get one of those trophies. Now, if you're playing with the wild cards, you can place one of those into your hand as a 3rd card if you don't already have one in your hand. Those can be called for any spice, any number, and it has to be accurate depending on where the play is going on at that time. But that card cannot be challenged because it's a different back than what we have on these cards here. So like I said, I drew my 2 cards. This one will then go. And then the player that did the challenge will then start the next stack. So for example, this here, I will play it safe and I will go 2 of pepper. And play will continue until the following happens. 1, a player runs out of cards in their hand. They take one of these trophies, put it in front of them, and then they draw a new hand depending on which variant of this game you're playing. So in this way, it'd be 6 cards. Now, if a player accumulates 2 trophies, that ends the game, and then you count up all the cards you were able to collect throughout. The other way the game can end is if all 3 of these trophies are given out, but nobody has 2, or if this card comes up when you're drawing cards. Once that happens, the game ends. Everybody counts up the number of cards that they are able to get, which is the number on the cards. So, for example, this one here before 8, 10, and then so on and so forth. But whoever has the highest number scored at the end of the game will win. It's a simple and easy trick-taking game, and I promise you for your next game night, this will be a perfect game starter. So this has been Sweet and Spicy by Heidelberg Games. Well, there you have it. That is Sweet and Spicy from Heidelberg Games. And you know what? Keeps trying to say Heidelberg, but you know what? No matter what your company's called, you got a good one on this one. A quick trick-taking game. It's easy to play, easy to learn. A little bit of bluffing involved, but of course, you got some cute, adorable little kittens there, and my wife definitely loves this one. She saw this at Gen Con last year, and she was like, oh, and I was like, oh, it's going around the gaming shelf. And I can't wait to gather around the table, get these kittens going, and see what kind of adventures these little buggers get into. But thank you so much for checking out this video. If you like it, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and let everyone know that House Hedge Gaming is here for all of your gaming needs. But until next time, everyone, stay safe and take care, my friends.